This video was brought to you by Stormberg, a route planner, MisterGreen, Kempower and Markus Bil. Yo, what's up? I'm having a short one today, slightly different, but that's because I'm kind of tight on schedule now. But we are now sitting in the BMW i4 eDrive40. This is a rear-wheel drive. Showing you guys some of the features. I'm going to switch off the Hans Zimmer because it's just a little weird gimmick. I don't like it. Let me switch back to comfort. So yeah, whoa, okay. Let's just. So what should I say about this car? First thing I'm going to tell you, the most important thing is that this car is the most efficient non-Tesla in this class. Yeah, it's just really efficient. I just finished a long OnlyFans run now, and it was really impressive how efficient this car is. Maybe I should turn on some lights here. How about this one? Is that better? Yeah, I think that's better, right? Maybe I can switch off this one. Wait, let's see. Yeah, something like this. It's getting kind of dark outside. It's past 11 now. So it's just really impressive how this car can manage the energy. It was very low. We're talking about Model 3 or Kona efficiency here, or consumption numbers. That low, in combination that we have actually measured slightly over 80 kilowatt hour when you go kind of slow and eco. That means that this car in the eco run, the Sunday drive run, managed to drive, or could, if I drove it all the way to zero, I would be able to drive 671 kilometers. That's almost 100 kilometers more than VLTP. So BMW is actually very honest about their range numbers. I've seen that also with the iX3. You get what the VLTP is, Whereas Tesla or some other car manufacturers, they are not always honest with them. You try to do it, but there's no way you can achieve that one unless you go really slow. Okay, this one was okay, really slow, but even the range test shows that you can go a VLTP range at least. So that element is awesome, but also the speed, the comfort, the noise level. This car is silent like a ninja because I have 18-inch wheels. So listen, I'm just in comfort mode now. Let's go in sport mode then. Okay, let's slow down, wait for that fossil to go past. Sorry, it's not a fossil, it's a leaf. But this is a pretty quick car. And I feel like we have the power. Okay, it has, I think it was 340 horsepower, but a rear drive, but it has this nice and flat power output. So you can just wait for this car to pass. You can just hammer it. And you have a great jolt of speed. So it's quick even on the motorway or on the highway like this, for overtaking, and this, you know, there's something about this electric drivetrain, the latest and greatest electric drivetrain in BMW. All the other legacy automakers, they don't have this punch. Okay, maybe if Taycan and e-tron GT, and actually maybe some of the eGMB platform like Ioniq 5, but most other cars, when you floor it, you don't get that. You don't get this kick. You see, the whole car is shaking here because it has that nice punch. They tend to have, like, I will try to simulate it. Maybe if I go Eco Pro mode. Yeah, this one. The Eco Pro is more like this, you know. You get this, but it's actually not even in Eco Pro. It's still snappier than the most legacy automakers. You have more like this, right? But this, if you just put it in comfort or even sport, you just floor it at speed, and then you get that kick and that pull. I don't know what's up with the latest and greatest motor from Mercedes, from BMW, but it just kicks ass for the Lord. It has that nice pull. So even if it's not all-wheel drive, it still feels fun to drive. Okay, I haven't tried to toss it around corners. Let's try that. Let's try to get over there. I'm trying to make this video not too long because yeah, I feel like you guys don't want to listen to all of this. But so, like I said, noise level perfect. When it comes to the suspension, it's actually set to be kind of soft. This one does not have the adjustable dampers because this is a poor man's BMW i4. It doesn't even have electric adjustable seats. It doesn't have electric adjustable steering wheel. What else? I don't even have auto steer, so I can't talk much about that one. So it's like a stripped down version, but it's still very good, the rear drive. Okay, so the M50, the overdrive is even better, but it's heavier and more expensive. But this one, if you live in a place where you don't need overdrive, then you can have a lot of fun with it. Okay, it actually costs roughly the same as a Model 3 long range. I'm not sure how you spec it. I guess if you could spec it even to be as expensive as a Model 3 performance. So performance-wise, okay, Tesla beats the Model 3, the i4, but the comfort here is better. The ride over the bumps is better. I'm gonna try to, yeah, there are some bridge gaps over there. Let me see. I'm not sure which lane has the hardest bridge gaps. Maybe. We're coming to it soon, but I feel like this is, it doesn't feel that much of a sports car. It feels more like a nice road trip car, a touring car, just a okay, actually that lane had a harder gap, yeah, but it's set to be kind of soft-ish, not too sporty, but to me, it works just fine. And these 18-inch wheels, 245 front and 255 rear, works just fine. Because who the heck wants to buy a track car just to drive around town with it, right? So this is just perfect for road trips and for daily driving. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but I really love this car. Okay, it's not perfect. It's kind of cramped in here because it's based on a fossil platform. Actually, in the front here, under the hood, there's a huge void there where you can probably fit 2 banana boxes. So, but that's because this is based on a fossil platform. So that's the downside of the car. The space is kind of limited, but at least it has the hatch opening in the back, so you can put large items in there. And what else? Okay, we're gonna go to a Big and Haug. We're gonna test that one. Sound system here, by the way, is the standard one, and it even sounds very good. I think I rated it to be, or I gave it a 7 out of 10 rating. Pretty good sound system. You don't need Harman Kardon. I mean, you can go for Harman Kardon, of course, they will be even better. But even this one sounds great. The seats, though, well, they are kind of basic, but they still give you good side support. And at least they didn't make me too tired on long trips. Let me see now. It's getting kind of late, but we have too many spectators. Yeah, you see, some of these places are a bit bumpy. Like here, I'm going to try to... But the car kind of just floats over everything. So I like how they have tuned the suspension. It's just so comfy. I know, by the way, I should mention, in 1,000 kilometer challenge, this car made it in 9 hours and 20 minutes. And that is blistering fast. 920 is even faster than Taycan or e-tron GT or EQE. Okay, those cars might have some fat tires, but even if you put skinny tires on the Taycan, Taycan might also be able to do it in, let's say, 920, which means that this one is as fast as a way more expensive car for long trips. It's fun to drive. It's, let me see, is that a guy or is that, okay, there's no one here, right? Yeah, I tend to do it around here at night when we don't have anyone. Let's check something. Whoa, yeah, you see what I mean? It's not a sports car. It's kind of like, whoa, whoa. So you just have to know that, okay? We don't have sport suspension here. This is even the M Sport package, but so it's more tuned to be comfy. I think if we did something like this with a Model 3, it will be better. It's tighter. But let's see now. We have to try the big and Haug speed bumps. They're quite hard. Look at that. It just floats over that one. Look here. Okay, try this one. Okay, we go a little bit fast over it. Wow, it just floats over it. My spine is still intact. Here. Yeah, no problemo. Okay, what about turning circle? Okay, let me see if I go. Wait, I have a better idea. I can go like this. Zoop. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna try the speed bumps at an angle. See what happens then. Do we have a lot of side movements? Oh, yeah. It kind of wags almost like an SUV, but you know, not that bad. But you know what I mean? Yeah, it goes like this kind of. Okay, so that's just how it is, the suspension, if you want to know about that one. But okay, but again, who cares, right? It's not a sports car. It's more like a cruiser family car. Okay, maybe not too much space. Wait, I'm in sport mode. Okay, let me switch over to comfort mode. But it scores so well in many factors, right? Because of these wheels we have, more not so big, fat, low-profile wheels, then we have good soundproofing. We have good consumption, really good consumption. This car also charges fast, 207, no wait, or is it 210 or 207 kilowatt? But it has a nice and flat charging curve, at least at the bottom, and you can utilize that, and it charges so fast. If you want to go to 50% even, or 70%, it goes really fast. Maybe not the 90%, it's not a 90% racer, but you don't need it because you have so good range on this car. So you can even get away with, let's say, 50-60% if you just want to hammer it. But if you want to chill, then you can go 90% and it will still be relatively fast, just like most other German cars. This car, by the way, does not have any way of limiting the charging speed to save the battery. So I'm not sure how much it will fry the battery and all that, but at least this car allows you to charge fairly fast at the bottom, but then it doesn't have the typical flat German charging curve, which is probably good because I believe that flat curve might kill the battery faster. Many like Tesla and many other car manufacturers have fast speed at the bottom and then it goes a little bit like that. So Yeah, but and then the laser lights are wonderful if you have to, but you have to pay for it. And of course, the auto steer here, you also have to pay a package to get auto steer. So the problem is that this car, okay, it's awesome. It can actually beat or match Model 3 in efficiency, or at least in range, maybe not efficiency, but very close. And this one even has the M Sport package, which reduces the drag slightly, or I mean, makes the drag slightly worse. Instead of 0.24 drag coefficient, we have 2.25 drag coefficient. Yeah, so I guess if you go for 17-inch 225 with tires, bicycle tires, and then without the M Sport, you will get slightly more efficient car, and you can then match Model 3. But you see, if you just want the most range, then actually this one is better already than the Model 3. But the Model 3 has other qualities, of course. But if you are already interested in this car, you're probably interested for a reason, right? And I can tell you that you're gonna love this car. And okay, I've been talking a lot of good stuff about, for example, the EQE. I also love that one. The EQS, yes, they are wonderful cars, but they are expensive. Some of them, like EQE, is almost twice as expensive as this car, and this car is faster than EQE 1,000 kilometer challenge. You see where I'm going? You see what I'm saying? That if you want German excellence, German premium, you can get it in here. It has the conventional look and everything. You don't have the big ass touchscreen. You have actually several screens. You have a head-up display, but you can have the German premium electro auto without having to pay too much. And first I was a little bit skeptic. It's rear-wheel drive. Is it going to be fun to drive? Well, apparently it is. And it's fast compared to, for example, MEB cars, because MEB cars are kind of slow, and because they have only 200 horsepower. But this one has enough punch even if it's rear-wheel drive. So let me see, let me just can I just do a little crazy maneuver just to try out something here? I just want to see, okay, put the car in sport. Can I go? No, oh, damn steak. Okay, let me see. Let me turn around here. Let me just want to see how this car can handle quick curve turns and stuff. And because the thing with the MEB cars is that they cost slightly less, but not that much. But yeah, the MEB car costs a little bit slightly less than this one, but I feel like you get more. This is better. Yeah, it's better. It should be better, and it is better than the MEB cars. So even this one here, the rear-wheel drive, is actually faster than the GTX because it simply has more horsepower also. But okay, let me see. Let me just check here. If you just typically this movement here, typically rear-wheel drives, when you have a little turn and you floor it, the traction control will typically try to limit the power. But here it seems like the BMW has been tuned so it allows a little bit of slip, and then you just goes like very fun and crazy. So you see, even if it's rear-wheel drive, it seems like you don't have any big compromises. But of course, for traction, the best is all-wheel drive. But still, this rear-wheel drive is a lot of fun to drive. Just like the classic Model S, for example, like the Falcon, is also like that. It's very playful. Whereas I feel like actually the rear-wheel drive Model 3, they limit the slip too much, or you can't have a lot of fun with it. And the same goes for the MEB cars, is that when you floor it, almost nothing happens and the car just limits the power, but not here. Let me try again. Just gonna do a little bit over here. Just see, it's a typical, let me see, just go out of the roundabout here and then try to floor it. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's just it's just dead stable and it goes fast. So of course I should do this on the track, but I don't want to make anything dangerous here, but just showing you guys that this car is a lot of fun to drive. And the consumption is 180 watt-hour per kilometer. We've been hammering it, but on the more normal driving conditions, this car will also be very efficient. So one thing I will point out that I normally haven't pointed out is that the BMW user interface here is quite nice. You have these different widgets you can set up. You also have the pull down menu you can customize. I have start preconditioning. I have some driving settings here. I have some display. I have some shortcuts for whatever I want to have in the pull down menu here. And if you go to the menu here, you have lots of apps. Android Auto, you have CarPlay, you have weather. You also have Spotify support here. So I feel like actually the BMW. Okay. But I feel like the BMW here, when compared to, for example, some other cars, right? I feel like the tech level in the BMW is closer to, for example, Tesla. Okay, Tesla is like out there when it comes to tech, but this one is really high also. For example, one thing is that I can log into this car. I don't know if you see it here. That's actually my profile name. Yeah, you see here. So this is awesome, man. I can log into myself, Bjørn Nyland, in this car, and then the car will load all the settings from the cloud, and it will apply everything. Try to apply as much as possible here. For example, my seat settings, the temperature, the language, like everything. It will try to set everything, but of course it can't do this because we have manual seats here, right? But that's pretty awesome that it has that feature. Even Tesla today does not have that feature. So I used to own BMW and I like the way everything feels, and just this one is priceless. That sound, man, that is the sound of premium. Tell me which other car with frameless windows that has that kind of deep and nice door closing sound, huh? Even the Mercedes doesn't sound like this. The EQS or the EQE doesn't sound like this, and they cost twice as much. So yeah, and this car will also preheat the battery before you go to a fast charger. You just navigate to the fast charger, it will preheat so it won't coldgate. You know, it ticks the right boxes as an EV. So but okay, one thing is that I don't know, this probably doesn't have octovalve. It doesn't do that super ninja heat scavenging like a Tesla, but it's still really, really good. And I just love it that it is so efficient. The whole efficiency part here makes the car better, because then you get more range, then you get better acceleration, you don't need a big ass battery, you get better braking performance, better cornering, it doesn't cost you a fortune, you don't need 100 kilowatt hour battery like the EQE, you can get away with around 84, 83 kilowatt hour only. So it's win-win, just because BMW put the effort into making this car more efficient, better, almost flat floor, flat belly. I don't know what other optimizations they did, but they made sure that this i4 is as efficient as possible, and probably way more efficient than the fossil 4 Series Grand Coupe or whatever. So this is exactly what BMW should have done from the start. Instead of wasting money and time on the i8 and the i3, they should have made just a good 3 or 4 or 5 Series BMW instead that looks good. Okay, we can discuss about the beaver look here, but we can see a bigger picture there, yeah. But okay, what I'm saying is that I like this car. It's not like Tesla, okay? It's not the big screen. It's more traditional look, but it works great in many ways. This car is not perfect, but it's really good in many ways. So I can highly recommend this car, really. It just impresses me. The i4 M50, I guess I have to try it again, but because I tried it in winter, so I didn't get the right impression about how efficient it was. But this one is super efficient, almost as efficient as Model 3, despite being quite heavy. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.